Ed.
This is just a short rundown on how Charles and I met, how it come to be that I was in New Guinea. And years ago, Betty and I had been talking about going back to Australia, New Guinea, and the Philippine Islands. So for my birthday, she planned it one year, I think it was 1964, maybe 65. Anyway, I wanted to go back within 40 years when I'd been there in World War II. So we didn't know how much time we planned, but we planned about a week in Fort Myers. So we flew to Brisbane, Australia, and from Brisbane, Australia to Port Moresby. And we got another plane directly to Lae without staying over in Port Moresby because we wanted to leave Port Moresby later to go to the Philippines, and that's the only place you can go international. So we ended up at Lae, and at Lae we went up to Kainentu and SIL, Summer Institute of Linguistics, and back to Lae. We got to, or back to Lae, then back to New Guinea, at Port Moresby. And in Port Moresby, we had a hotel down by the water, so we decided that, just got there about afternoon, as I remember. We'd walk down onto the beach and look around a little bit and just kind of tour the area. So we had read that men don't wear shorts in Port Moresby, and we also read that women never wore shorts. So we said, well, we're going to be walking on the beach, so they wear suits there, so no reason we can't wear shorts. So we walked about a mile down the beach, and there was a tank buried out in the water where you could go down in and look through portholes and see the fish. So I went in to buy a ticket for that, and she said, no, you can't go in here yet. You got to go to the porpoise show first. I said, I've seen porpoise shows. I don't want to see it. I want to go down and see the fish. She said, well, that's the way it works. So you got to go to the porpoise show first. So we went over, and it was a big area with lots of seats, and on the seats they had umbrellas. But none of the umbrellas would stay up. So we went up in the back, kind of under a tree, and sit down to wait on the show. And we were the only ones in there. And it maybe hold 500, maybe more. So we're sitting there waiting, and two black fellows come in. They walked over about where we were trying to get the umbrellas up. I said, them things don't work. Come on up here and sit with us. A little bit of shade up here. So it happened to be, it was Charles and a fellow from up at Kainentu. So he come up and he said, what are you Americans doing here? And I said, how do you know I'm American? He said, well, I know you're not Australian, and I don't think you're England, so you have to be an American. And I said, well, I was here 40 years ago in the Army, and I just wanted to come back and see what this is all about here. He said, are you a Christian? I said, yep. I had a Full Gospel Businessman shirt with the name Full Gospel Businessman across. He said, you know anything about the Holy Spirit? I said, yeah. We became friends right away, and he started talking, and I said, by the way, what are you doing here? You should be working. He said, well, I'm a minister. I just brought this friend of mine down here, and we decided we'd put a little time in here. He's going to preach for me tomorrow. And he's from up at Kainentu. I said, yeah, I was up there. And we talked a while, and I said, I'm looking, while I'm here, for Yo-Yo. He was with us in the service, and I wired his tent. We got him a uniform, and he was a carrier for the Australian Army, and he wanted to be a carrier for us. We didn't need carriers, because we had all heavy equipment, lots of trucks and bulldozers and all kind of things to work with. But he stayed with us all through New Guinea and clear up the Philippine Islands. I just can't remember when he came there. Charles said, "I'll take you down to the media." Well, I wasn't dressed to go to the media, and neither was Betty. Especially her, because the women don't wear shorts at all. But I went anyway, and he took me in. They took down my story. He said, "We'll put it in the paper, and tomorrow it'll go all over Papua New Guinea." We never did hear back while we were there. We heard later on that he had died the year before I got there. So that's how I met Charles. And then Charles said, "Do you want to go to a rally tonight?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, this is the last night of a rally. It's going to be in the Sports Oval." I said, "Okay." He said, "I'll be around," I think it was 7 o'clock. Anyhow, he came, he picked us up. We were down into not a too good area in the town, and it was a basketball court with a semi-trailer truck bed up there, and some microphones and a few lights. And he set us on chairs, and everybody else was sitting down on the ground. And he wasn't preaching. I think it was Australian preaching. Anyway, Australian gave an invitation afterwards, and nobody come forward. They just kind of sit there. There wasn't any way to get there very easy, because they didn't have aisles. Everybody was just sitting down. So Charles went up and gave an invitation. And it didn't take long. There were several people. I can't remember, 8, 10, maybe more. Went forward. He came back and says, "I'm going to take these people back behind the trailer here and talk to them a while, and then I'll come get you and take you back to the hotel." I said, "Okay." So he came, got us, took us back, and he said, "Now, you're not going to need a car while you're here. I'll take you everywhere you want to go." I said, "Oh, that'll be good." He said, I'll be back for you tomorrow." I believe it was sometime around noon. I can't remember exactly. And Lucille had made a big dinner for us. I think it was a moo-moo. And she had it in a pot in the back of the car, and we went up on top of a mountain there and ate lunch. And we could look out all over the city of Port Moresby from up there. How am I doing on time?
1 minute.
Anyway, before we left, Charles said, "Now, I used to work for the telephone company here." "Oh, you did?" "Yeah, before I went into ministry. They told me I couldn't make it in the ministry. There's no way to even start, just keep working for us." He said, "If God called me, I can make it." Well, we weren't home very long until the phone rang, and it was Charles. And we had a little talk on the phone. He said he was going to build a church, and I can't remember exactly all about it, but that's the gist of how I met Charles. I'm going to put this all on paper later, all my stories through the Army and then coming back, so you can read it all later.
So you want to wish him happy birthday?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.